Hello, my little starburst. Mama Lou here. And I wanted to do a reading today from the messages that I got. And I was going to kind of mix it up just a little bit. I'm just going with their direction here today. But I was going to pull some oracle cards first. These are Threads of Fate Oracle, I believe. I'll put all the information in the description, of course, like always. But they kind of wanted me to come up with some themes first and then pull more cards on that, more cards on that, and then kind of finish it off with my mixtape oracle. So that's what I'm going to do. I do what they tell me to do. Obviously, that's the way they want the messages to come across. These are general readings, though, for the collective. So please take what resonates, leave what does not. And we'll see what pops up for you guys. While I'm getting these cards to pop, feel free to do the likes and subscribes and things like that. You can always check out my TikTok. It's where I do little short versions of these. Generally, it's just one card or a song or something like that. But this is more my long form where I can actually get out all of the stuff that I'm getting and not have to rush it into a 3-minute segment. So that's what we're going to do. So let's see what wants to come up today. All right, let's see. All right, the first one is boundaries. Second one is get wild. Ooh. Someone might be getting exciting here. All right, and the last one is get creative. These are all pretty cool. So those are the main themes that they came out with. I love these cards. This is the Rose edition. It's really hard to see, but I will try to put them up so you can see them as we go through them. So what I am going to do, though, is I'm going to take a minute, take a breath, so I can focus on the messages as they come in. If you want to do that with me, that'd be great. I'm going to just do a deep breath in and a deep breath out, kind of clear my energy, and why don't you go ahead and do it with me. If you want to listen to all 3 messages, feel free to do that. If you only want to listen to one, just pick the one that pops into your head first, okay? Don't think about it. It's not a quiz, all right? So let's go ahead and do this. Alrighty, so the first card is boundaries. This one's actually really interesting to me. It looks almost like a little armadillo all rolled up in a ball. I don't know if when you were kids, did you ever play with roly-polies? I don't know what the real name is for it. I was told by my family that them were tater bugs, but I don't know. But this feels like you may have recently really had to assert your boundaries. You may have had to put on a full armor of like, I need to protect myself, or I need to stop this behavior. Whatever this is that's coming at me, I really feel like it needs to be stopped. You may have even asked for it to stop. You may have tried to do it in the nice way, maybe even like, please don't say that stuff to me, or please don't treat me like this, or I don't need that kind of energy around me, or you seem like you're in a little bit of a mood. Maybe you could just kind of go over there until you're better. But it feels like this is something that you're learning to do for yourself. You're learning to really to start speaking what you need. And this feels like that a lot. Speaking what it is that you require to feel comfortable, to feel safe, to feel that you have the space to whether think about something or absorb something or work through something on your own. This also could be where sometimes in relationships, I don't know if you've been in something like this where you're in a relationship with someone and you guys both like discuss things differently. Like one of you maybe really wants to just yell, scream, fight about it, you know, whatever. And the other one is a little bit more, that's a lot for me to take. I need to step away and we'll discuss this later. And it feels like that may be some of the situation that you've been in recently. And most people who are that, let's just do this, let's just fight this out right this second. A lot of people who do that really don't like the other kind of fighters where they're just like, I listen to everything you have to say, but I need to have some moment to myself. We need to separate, and we'll come back to this when we're both ready to have this kind of a conversation. So that's some of the messages that I'm getting through this. So don't feel bad for telling someone what you need, or don't feel bad because you don't want to rise to someone's occasion to just start in on something that you're not prepared to have that argument, or you're not prepared to have that fight, or maybe they just sprung this on you, or maybe they just, maybe they're just in a mood. And so they're going to make a non-issue into something big because they need to get that energy out because they are not dealing with it themselves, or they are maybe even not wanting to address some of the issues that are causing that. They'd rather just start a fight, throw some blame so that they don't have to really feel like it's their fault or that they're involved in it at all. Like, you did this thing and it really pissed me off, so you're just going to hear an earful. This could be from a relationship. This could be from parents. This could be from friends. This could be from your boss. This could be from anything. And it is unhealthy. And it seems like what you are doing is bringing that healthy aspect to it. I'm just saying they may not like it. They may not appreciate it, but it is good for you. So that is what you need to do. And it feels like you are doing that maybe more often for yourself. You aren't allowing people to pick the moments. You are more like, we'll pick a better time to have this conversation, or we'll do this later. I don't know if when you were a kid or anything like this, but this was dreadful for me. I do something, I get in trouble, and I would get the, we're not doing this right now. You just wait till your dad gets home. Go upstairs. You know, like that kind of a thing. Oh, it was the worst. I hated it. I absolutely hate it. To this day, I still hate it. If someone's got bad news for me and they're saying, we'll talk about it later, I'm like, I am going to fixate on that shit until I know what it is that we are talking about, or what I did wrong, or what kind of a fight this is going to be. It's like, man, you get to sit there and think about what it is, but I just am going to get caught unaware. And yeah, that's a little side note, but also could be happening to you right now. I don't know. But it feels like that is going to be something that's really important for you at this time. Don't let someone, it feels almost like timing. Don't let someone pick the time when you're going to have a very difficult situation, or when they're going to be telling you some bad news, or they're going to be upset about something, or they're going to want to bring up a heavy conversation, or make you make a decision on the spot, and you're like, wait a minute, no, this is a big deal. We need to take our time on this. And maybe they're just, the personality is like, no, let's do it now. Let's fix it now. And maybe it's not your method. Maybe it's not how you roll. And you are a little bit more methodical, a little bit more thought out. You're more careful with your wording, or how you put things, because you genuinely want to put your truth out there. You don't want to say something that's not quite right, or not quite exactly what it should be. Because yeah, you got the star. You're more than welcome to have these conversations. You're more than welcome to bear it out, to let it all out. But it feels like you don't need to have that tension or that escalation of emotions, or things like that. Because I get what this is. Star people are sensitive a lot of times. And I'm not being like you're so sensitive. No, but they are sensitive. They very much take in an entire situation as a whole, and they feel it all. Like they always talk about in the star that it shows someone's senses, how things sound, how they smell, um, what they're what they're seeing. All if you try and give me a test on what all the five senses are right now in this moment, I won't be able to do it. So I'm not going to do that. But you know what I mean? Your five senses, but it also brings in your spirit part or your intuition or your higher self as well, the one consciousness part of yourself. And they like to view things like this as a whole. And that is something that they very much guard because they are so sensitive to it. So if this person is getting super agitated, their alarm bells are going off. They're feeling so many energies. They're seeing so many things. They're hearing certain things. They are just absorbing, and it can get overwhelming. It can get, and I think that is why it's okay for you to go the way of the armadillo or the tater bug type of a situation where, okay, this is a lot for me. I'm getting a little bit overwhelmed. Can we put a pin in this maybe and give you a second to kind of settle your energies a little bit, because you are just wafting, or you are just, really going at it. And this doesn't have to be in a negative way at all. This doesn't have to be difficult, especially if it's someone who loves you back, or it's a good relationship of where you can express those things. You can express your boundaries in situations like this, because all situations that are higher in, intenseness, or even drama, or or maybe it's just a really important topic, and you kind of want to just give it your full attention, and you're unable to do that when your senses are just going off like alarm bells, because you are a very open person. I mean, in the star card, generally they are just there and just kind of letting themselves be themselves, because they're all alone right there with just the universe watching. So they're fine, they're relaxed, they can enjoy all their senses because they're not being overloaded. They're not just being bombarded with all of these energies. So let's see if there's any advice for that, but it feels like you're doing the right thing. It feels like all of this is the right thing. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Don't let anybody tell you what the timing of this is. This is very much you. You know yourself. You know what you need. You know your intuition. And if your intuition is saying, I'm feeling overloaded, I need to take a step aside, and we can get back to that, so do this. Because you know what tools are required to manage your own energies, to manage how you deal with these maybe higher intensity situations, or these really difficult subjects, or the scariness of approaching your boss, or saying something to your parents that maybe they're not going to agree with. Whatever these things are, you are trying to self-manage, because you are the one in control of your space. You are the one who is your own protector. You are the one who can only say what it is that you need, because you're the one that knows. Because it feels like that this is the first step in the journey for you working towards a little bit more self-preservation, a little bit more growth in learning and maturing as a person, because you understand how you react, you understand what you need to adapt, and you are okay with telling someone, this is not the time for me. Could we do this at a later date? Or I feel like you may be a little bit too high energy at this moment. Can we both take 5, and then we come back after we get some fresh air or something like that? Because it feels like it's not that you're trying to avoid this thing. The Page of Wands isn't avoiding it, or the Page of Pentacles isn't avoiding it. They do want to work on it, but they need to work on it in in a little bit gentler way. They need to work on it when the goal is to actually fix something. It feels like star people and these people, these armadillo people, they have no time almost for just arguing to argue or just fighting to fighting when the other person really isn't trying to seek a resolution. Like I said at the beginning, they just want to get their energy out and they're just going to throw it on to whoever is closest, which is generally people's closest friends, loved ones, family, whatever that is, or coworkers, you know. So that's what I get from that. That was a really good message. So we're going to go ahead and move on to the second group. The second group is Get Wild. I really like this one. I like all the different moon phases in it. It reminds me of like Get Wild. Like everybody's going to go through different phases in their life. People are going to go through different moods. People are going to view things differently. People are going to learn different lessons at different times. And it feels like this Get Wild card is a little bit of stepping out of that comfort zone a little bit and trying something. I'm not saying go crazy or anything like that. Man, the card does say Get Wild, but trying something different for yourself. You don't have to commit to it. You know, it doesn't have to be a lifelong thing or anything like that. But it feels like kind of expanding your world a little bit, stepping out a little bit, trying new things, doing different things, laughing, having some fun, taking that, you know, I'm a mom hat, or I'm a dad hat, or, you know, I'm a company person here, you know, or I'm constantly caretaking here, whatever that is for you. And it feels like actually shutting that off, giving yourself some space. I don't know if this means take a day off, go on a vacation. I know that not everybody can afford to go on vacations, and people have responsibilities and all that stuff. Even if it's just taking a time where everybody knows you turn your phone off, or you're gonna go see a movie by yourself, or you're gonna go for a drive, go for a walk, a hike, you're gonna go listen to a band downtown, whatever it is. It feels like it feels like it's actually going to be rejuvenating to you. It feels like it actually might be something that kind of sparks something in you. I'm getting a little bit of remembering who you are. Who, you know, we kind of can get bogged down by life as we get older. It just kind of happens. And like, I was way more spontaneous when I was younger. I would be up for anything when I was younger. I would be like, yeah, I'll stay up and go do this thing and hang out with my friends till 3 a.m. or whatever. And because in that moment, I was being present. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. I feel like when we were younger, we were a little bit more present, a little bit more in the moment. And this isn't meant to be age specific or anything, because this can happen to all age groups. But it feels like a rejuvenation of some sort of energy. Yeah, the 7 of Pentacles. Like, great, you've been doing really good. You're growing, you're learning, you're doing the work. You're, you know, focused on your shit. You got it together. And in this one, so it's already planted, right? You've already planted this thing, your life, your goals. And you are almost like that gardener sitting there watching it grow. It's great to be attentive. It's great to keep an eye on the things that are very important to you. It's good to continue to nurture those things and feed those things and support it, because that is very important. But it can't be all work and no play. I mean, I guess it can, but how many hours are you going to sit in that greenhouse watching that grow? Is it going to grow in, a couple hours where you could go run off and play mini golf or something, Okay, that's a good message. So don't be so focused on the future that you aren't living in the present. That's what I got from that. Yeah. You can get out of your head a little bit. It's okay to get out of your head a little bit. It's okay to not plan every moment of your life out. It is okay to relax a little bit, change your routine. Discuss topics that you're not the expert in, or learn from someone else. This could be, like taking some time to watch, a TED talk or something about something that's interesting to you, where someone else gets to be the expert. Someone else has already done all this research and knowledge, and you get to just enjoy all their hard work and get a little bit different perspective on different things, because it feels like you may be a little regimented. You may be a little, and it's not negative. People who are determined and focused, there is some regiment to that, and that's why you are so successful. The thing that I feel like in this is, maybe it's time to enjoy the success that you have, taking those little wins, taking the time to pat yourself on the back and celebrate. Take the time to we all work really hard. I know we do. We all work really hard, and you deserve some time off, whether that's for an actual job, whether that's for your responsibilities, whether that's for your volunteer work, community work. You don't have to always be working. You don't. And I kind of like this get wild card. Some of this is me preaching to the choir here, because that's a little bit I don't like changes in my patterns. And I'm always like, well, why would I go out to dinner tonight? Because I have food here. That's a waste of time and energy and money and all this stuff. But is it? Is it, Mama Lou? Is it? Because it's an experience. It's going out. It's spending time. And you're not wasting when you are enjoying the moment you're in. That's what I get from that. All right, that's the message for that one. All right, so we're on to the third one. Get creative. This one looks fun. I don't know if you can see it. I'm sorry for the blurring. It almost looks like a little butterfly that's growing almost like eagle wings or something. So let's see what this is. Yeah, I feel like this is a time to break out of whatever your normal course of brainstorming or your idea cycle. It feels like you're about ready to have a growth moment. Like maybe you're going to have an epiphany, or maybe all of a sudden some really good idea is going to come in. And it feels like doing other creative things in this moment are actually going to help you now. It's going to actually help you find your medium, I guess, when it comes to creativity, or find your muse, or find something like that, which is funny enough. I got the Muse Tarot, so we're going to bring it for this one. That word came in. Thank you very much. And then, of course, settle. All right. Okay. What is this? Oh, it's just a big pile. So I thought that it was just one, but then there's like this huge stack underneath it. Some of these cards are a little bit thicker, and so it's harder when they all fall together for me to know how many just popped out. So we're going to give it another chance. Yeah, we got... Okay. Yeah, we got Get Creative, and you got the Page of Wand in reverse. It feels like you really want to start something, and it kind of like what I said, it's in reverse. So maybe you don't need to focus on the exact thing that you're kind of like noodling around up there, and just start doing something else. Like let's say you want to write a song. This kind of has me feeling that yes, you do need to do something creative, but maybe you start by doing a drawing, or maybe you start by doing a painting, or maybe you start by, pottering a bowl, or cooking even, or it feels like what it's supposed to do is get those creative juices flowing, because art comes out of life experience, and it feels to me like they're trying to say that in order to succeed in the thing that is kind of just like tickling the back of your brain right now, is get used to just being in that creative mode without the pressure of this is what I'm trying to create right here. And then you're over focused on it. Maybe now you got writer's block. Now you're overwhelmed. Now you're like, well, this won't ever work, or this isn't going to happen, because you've put so much weight on it. It's no longer this fun, creative thing you want to do. Now it's a job. Now it's a project. And so it feels like if you're able to do other things, diversify your creativity, as it were, it will actually help you, because you're just used to doing fun, creative, outgoing, expressive, exuberant, inspirational things. So then when it comes time and that plan or that idea kind of forms, you don't instantly look at it as like this huge mountain that you have to climb, because now you're like, I do this every day. I'm always creative. I'm always doing these things. So let's try this. And then if you want to do it for a little bit, don't stop doing the other things too. It feels like energy feeds energy, and creative energy is no different. Creative energy feeds as well. And it feels very much like that is what they're trying to get across. Let's see if there's anything else for that. No, that was the message. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to see if they have any songs for you guys to listen to. But this has actually been a really fun message. I really like it. The first song is Humans by the Hunts. Maybe we're only human and it's not easy. Don't give up on me. Be kind and loving. Don't give up just because it requires effort. That's kind of come up a little bit. Communicate and don't get stuck in a routine. It's okay to be imperfect. That's a really lovely song. Again, that was Human by the Hunts. Let's see if they have any other ones. And like I said, I'm going to put these songs down in, or at least one song so far, down in the description box. Like I always say, listen to it. Put some headphones on, zone out. If you want to pull up the lyrics, that works really well too. You're going to find something in there. You're going to find the word, the chorus, a certain note at the end, or it's going to sound like something else. And then you're going to be like, oh, this sounds like this, other musician, and you're going to pull it up and hit random, and guess what? It's going to have the message in it. Music works just as well. You can do music as an oracle for yourself. If you have a playlist that you really like, you can literally ask the universe, hey, I really need some help with this certain thing. Put it on random. See what the universe tells you. I've done that before, and I've gone on this whole journey where it was one song after another, and it literally answered my question for you, which is why I made these cards, because they actually really do help. So let's see if there's anything else that they want to pop out with. Oh, they're about ready to fall all out. Please, anything else? There's also something about the color green this week, or today, or this month. I don't know. When is this? Might want to wear green. It's going to help get in your heart space. It's just going to help with that creativity. It's going to help you with these difficult conversations, and it's going to help you feel that vitality. Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, heart chakra stuff. So really, really work from your heart chakra in regards to this. That was the last message. There's not a song. It was literally based off of the fact that this card was green, and that was the message. So thank you very much. I do want to thank the universe for all these messages. Please feel free to like and subscribe, like I said. Comment. Let me know if you have any questions. I will be back again, and Mama Lou loves you guys so much. All right, bye-bye.